Okay, over here you have pretty much what's called the control station. You have your light switches for your outside lights, inside lights. There's lights up underneath that light shine up underneath the tire. So you'll get used to which switches do what. You also have your slide in and out button, and also your awning extend and retract. If you're going to leave the camper, going to go get something to eat, go visit somebody, make sure that we roll the awning in. Get freak thunderstorms and windstorms that will tear the awning up. All right, down here we've got our kitchen fire extinguisher. Also have a smoke detector is located up above the slide box. And also have an LP detector, which is located on the other side of that where the slide door is. You have to move the door. The LP detector is located down there. All right, we're going to go to the bedroom and then we're going to work our way to the back. All right, to your right up here, we have the light switch to turn the light on in here, but you also have one over your head over bed. You have your closets on the side, but you also have access to reach in there from the sides as well. There's also a 110 outlet in each side of it, so if you have to have the sleep app or sleep pap machine, you'll be able to utilize that. Also have USB charge ports on both sides. That way you can charge your cell phone. Fire exit window. We need to get out of the camper. We can't get out through the entry. We're going to pull our screen out. We're going to lift our rod. We're going to push the window and we're going to jump out. Or we can leave it sitting in the notch and leave the window open for some fresh air. Of course, whenever we're done, we want to make sure we close it. Our blinds, these are the old style traditional bifold blinds. We also have the tension strings on the sides. So if you go to push this up and it falls down, we need to create another knot in here and give it more tension. All right, queen size bed. You have storage located up underneath there. All right, entertainment center in the bedroom. We have our 110 receptacle, our outlet, and this is for our Wi-Fi extender. Over here on the driver's side, you have a little box that tells you that it's for your Wi-Fi and your 4 LTE and all that stuff, which is an added service. That's for you to check for yourself. All right. All right, the living room entertainment center. They don't really have a spot for you to mount a TV up top, so you're pretty much going to have one sitting up on top of here. They do have a hole for you to run your cords through and all. If you need to hook up your HDMI connection. We have a USB charge ports. We have our cable and our antenna. Also have our antenna booster button on the side of the cable jack. Whenever we want to watch local channels, we need to make sure that the amplifier is turned on. And for watching park cable, we need to make sure we shut that off. It will interfere with park reception. We do have a radio on here. These are not CD players or DVD players anymore. They pretty much just went to just a basic radio. But for any chance that you do want to hook up a DVD player, you can hook it up straight to the back of your TV, or you can hook it up through HDMI here, and it will come out through this cord and go into the back of your TV. There is a remote for it that's located in your bag with all of your manuals for all of your appliances. All right, you have a lot of storage around, nice white cabinets, kitchen sink. There is no cover for these. That's just the way that Heartland does theirs. But nice stainless steel bowls. Make sure we get those cleaned out and get some stainless steel cleaner and clean them out whenever we're done camping with it. That way we keep it in good condition. It doesn't get all spot rusted. All right, 110 outlet located up on top of the cabinet. And here is where your bag is for all of your keys and all of your manuals and your remote for your stereo. All right, lights will turn off on and off by switches. Microwave is 110. It is not 12 volts, and it's only a 900 watt microwave, so you will have to check your times as far as heating stuff up. Add an extra 10 to 20 seconds onto whenever you're cooking. 12 volt hood vent, nice bright LED light along with the fan. And we have the Suburban nice looking oven with the cooktop. So we'll simply fold this up. Front burner is your high capacity burner, meant for boiling water. Your two rears, those are nominals, but you can cook with all three of them. Your sparking lighter does all three of your burning apparatuses. It does not do your oven. So whenever you go to light your oven up, you are going to have to need a grill lighter. So you'll simply turn this to pilot on, the black dot there. Press in and take your grill lighter down where the igniter or where the tube is, and then you can light your pilot off for your oven. These are not like your home ovens. These are low capacities. These aren't meant, you know, they're not going to get as hot as the ones that like the ones at home do. So you might have to get a little bit of extra time whenever you are cooking stuff. All right, refrigerator. Refrigerator is a 12-volt compressor refrigerator. Everything is turned on from up top here, so no LP or anything like that, but we're going to press and hold until a little blue light comes on. There we go. Number 3, you got two different rectangles here. One of them has the white up top, which is going to be for your freezer temperature control. The one down at the bottom is for the refrigerator temperature control. So you'll press on freezer, then you can adjust if you want higher temperature or lower temperature. If you're boondocking, you want to try to stay probably about number 2. It's going to keep everything nice and cool, but it's not going to overpower the battery. And then we want to do the refrigerator. We hit the refrigerator button. Then we do our plus and minus depending on what temperature that you want. And then, of course, whenever we're done with it, we'll do simply press and hold. Wait for everything to shut off. On the sides, you have these, the handles right here. They just simply push in. All right, refrigerator here. This shelf does extend and pull out, or you can push it back in, depending on if you got tall drinks, 2 liters, 3 liters, or what have you. But most of the tape should be pulled off by the time it gets to you, maybe. And all of the packaging stickiness that's on it. All right. Got a lot of room up underneath your sink for storage. You also have 3 drawers here. These do have the travel locks on them, so they will stay shut whenever you are traveling. All right, over here on this side, we have our nice little couch here. This does fold up and down with your cup holders, but it is just a simple lift up and fold. And then you want to grab this side, because you don't want to grab this side because it's not going to do you no good. All right, the blinds in here, these are just a simple tug. They kind of roll up and pull down. This is also a fire exit window. So we need to get out. Window and screen do move back for you to jump out. Whenever you're traveling, I advise you to leave these all the way up. That way they're not flopping around, beating things up. The light here, light switch over here. All right, the dinette section. You can break these down, take the tubes out. Underneath all of your seats, this seat, that seat, and that seat, there's storage compartments. All you gotta do is pull your cushions up, pull your board up, stick with your tubes in there if you want to take the tabletop down, and set it down on the lip down that is rested right here. This light here, the pennant does have a switch, which is located at the back here. Not very bright as far as shining out. This is kind of like a spotlight, so it just kind of shines down on the table. All right, pantry. We also have our furnace return. We don't need to block that up whenever you operating the furnace, because we can burn the furnace up. All of your vents, heat vents, are located in the floor, the long black rectangular ones. All right, bathroom. All right, bathroom, we have your stand-up shower with the small bathtub. Also have our tank level indicator, and also how we can operate our hot water heater and turn our water pump on. The red light means that our water pump is turned on. You see we have 1/3 of water in our fresh water tank. First one is going to be our battery, so we can check the level of our battery if we're at a low charge or if we're at charged. Black tank, you see black tank is full, and gray tank. This switch here is for your water pump. This one here is for your gas portion of the water heater. And then this one here is for the electric switch, which is the 110 heating element. If you got water in there, cool, you can leave it on. If you don't have water in there, you definitely don't want to have that turned on. Seeing as how we got water in there, it's good to leave it on. GFI receptacle, any of the receptacles that have GCFI or GFCI stickers on them, those are all going to be controlled from this outlet here. Alright, got a small little bathroom sink bowl. Also have just a little bit of storage up underneath the sink, not very much at all. And then skylight, and then your exhaust fan. Over here up against this wall behind the toilet are two switches. One is for your light and the other one is for the little tiny exhaust fan. Alright, the toilet, water, pretty much you're going to have a step pedal on the side of the toilet. You just simply press it down, you'll see the water come shooting out. If you got water shooting out over the top of the toilet, you got entirely way too much water pressure. You need to tone that down. Alright, over here we have our thermostat. This is just a soft touch thermostat. Just simply soft touch it. Automatic. If you're going to run the furnace, your fan needs to be in automatic. If you're going to run air conditioning, you can run it in high, auto, or low. It doesn't matter. Our next selection is going to be the snowflake, which indicates air conditioning. Simply make our temperature adjustments and set it and go. Then the same thing for the furnace. You got the heat wave. That means that your furnace, so then you can adjust your temperature that way. And then the next step is off. All right, over here we've got a big pantry here. Also have a couple more drawers. And then we have our power station. This is our electrical power station that houses all of our 110 breakers and our 12-volt fuses. If any of these fuses pop, there's going to be a red LED light that's going to emit next to the one that's burnt out. So no more taking needle nose and saying, nope, that one's good, that one's good. No, LED's on. Right next to the one that the LED is on is the one that's the culprit. All right, the rear bunk area. We've got our TV section here. And once again, there's no TV backers, so our TVs are going to have to stand up on a stand. We have our 110 receptacle and our cable connection here. Got a lot of drawers, a lot of cubby holes, a lot of cabinet space to store things. This little dinette area does break down. Tabletop comes off. Take your tubes off. There is storage up underneath both of these seats. Just simply lift the board up. You can stick your tubes in there, and then you can set the table on there. You do have a 110 outlet located underneath that. This top bunk section right here it's okay to leave down whenever you're not moving. When the camper is moving, it needs to be put up. You have a lanyard that is attached over here that attaches right here, and then you also have a hook that is going to lock it in there as well. If you have that down while you're transporting, that thing's going to be bouncing up and down. There's nothing to lock it down, so we need to make sure that this is in the up position whenever we're transporting the unit. Lights on each side, individually controlled, but we do have a light switch located right over here for the main light. And then of course the bunks, those lights are individually controlled, so you can have them on or off. And then we do have a vent located here. It's non-motorized, so basically it's just to let cold or fresh air in. These bunks have a 300 pound capacity on them, so you can't go much higher than that. Biggest things on here is your roof inspections. Get your roof inspections checked when you're supposed to. If you have any leaks and you don't have any documentation of the roofs being inspected, then their warranty's not going to pay for the damage, and you're going to have to wind up paying for it yourself. All right.